All right, shh, be quiet, quiet. This part's very important. There will be spoilers for the Ahsoka series, episode 4, within this video. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it, then come back. All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, everybody's still here? Well, I guess I wouldn't know if you weren't still here. The people still watching it. Okay. All right, so like I said, there are spoilers for the Ahsoka Tano series, episode 4, titled Fallen Jedi. And what a freaking episode it was. And anybody disagreeing with that, that's your right. You can disagree with it all you want. But to me, it was an amazing episode. And I'm not going to show video from the episode for 2 reasons. 1, I don't want a copyright strike. Sorry. If you've seen it, then you already know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, you shouldn't be here. And that leads me to my second point. The reason I'm not showing video for it is because I don't want to spoil anybody on the visuals. Yes, I will talk about what's in the episode, but you can go watch it and see what it's about. And this episode, with 39 minutes, including the intro and the credits, had a lot in it. So there's probably going to be multiple videos by me about just this one episode. And one of the big things I'm going to be talking about is the title to the show, Fallen Jedi, or this episode of the Ahsoka series. It's called Fallen Jedi. Yeah, that's it. And another thing I will be talking about is the masked character of Marrok, the Inquisitor. Dun, dun, dun. What's it mean? Who is he? All that good stuff. So if you want to know and you want to talk about it, then stick around for the full video because it's going to be fun. And before I get started, here's a really quick word from our sponsor. Or should I say 2 sponsors. Duh, I'm doing 2 sponsors this time. And no, they didn't pay me to say this. They just asked if they could be a sponsor, and I said yes. They're not selling me anything. They're not giving me anything. And those are Darth Paul and Late Night with Jenny Fallon. Congratulations, guys. Here's the quick word. If you're new here or just haven't committed, hit the subscribe button. Doing so will ensure you never staple your face to a 2x4 or give yourself a self-inflicted wedgie. Subscribing to my channel will also make you a better person, and it will bring forth those whom you are attracted to. They will bask in your glory and write poems about you that will last 1,000 years. If you don't subscribe, may you be blessed with 1,000 daughters. And those who have subscribed, may you be showered with beer by the gods and goddesses. Yeah, beer. Greek gods and goddesses, not those cheap Roman knockoffs. All right, yeah, I admit I have to record a couple more of those. Starting to recycle them. But YouTube doesn't like that in their algorithm. I can't even talk. YouTube doesn't like it in their algorithm if I don't ask people to subscribe. So subscribe. What's it hurt you? You'll see more videos? Okay. All right. So the first thing I said wanted to talk about was the title of the episode, Fallen Jedi. And we were led to believe this was going to be about Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati. I'm not saying Hottie. I'm saying Hati. That's her name. Don't confuse me. And never mind the background noise. I am still in the process of finishing my basement, so there are a little bit of noises going on. So I'm sorry for that. The quality will get better once my basement is finished, I promise. Anyways, back to it. So we thought it was going to be about Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati. And yes, it partially is. But it is more about another character. And here's a big spoiler. The defeat of Ahsoka Tano. Now, when I saw this scene, I thought to myself, how? And I'm figuring that a lot of fanboys are going to go crazy over this one. And that fanboys is not a derogative term. I'm sorry if you feel that way. Maybe you need to check inside yourself. But anyways, I knew a lot of people would be having a fit over this because it's the same Ahsoka Tano who went toe-to-toe with Darth Vader and nearly won. I don't know, it's kind of a draw, I guess. And the same Ahsoka Tano who went toe-to-toe with Darth Maul and won. Okay, let me rephrase that. Maul, just Maul. He no longer had the Darth title. He was no longer a Sith Lord. So he's just Maul. So everybody that jumps on me about that one, yes, I know it's just Maul. But a lot of people recognize him as Darth Maul. Now she's going toe-to-toe with Baylan Skoll, a character we don't know. Don't know how powerful he is or how weak he is. All we know is that he had known Anakin Skywalker, or at least known of him at one time. And now this guy beats Ahsoka. A nobody, a no-name, somebody we'd never heard of before. If he was one of the more powerful Jedi of his time, wouldn't he have at least been known by the Counselor, or we at least seen him in the Battle of Geonosis or something. Okay, the only thing I can gather by this guy, or rather by this guy beating Ahsoka Tano, is that he does have a Padawan, and with that Padawan, he has been sparring, I'm sure. That's what Masters and Padawan do. They spar. So he's been staying refreshed, not to mention, who knows, he might have been hunting Jedi during the Imperial era. This is only, 5, 6, 7 years after the Imperial era, so he's still staying fresh. Ahsoka Tano, when's the last time she fought anybody with a lightsaber? Darth Vader? Maybe? During Rebels? About 10 years prior? Okay. Well, maybe she's not as up to speed as she used to be. But this is Ahsoka Tano we're talking about. Yes, it is. It's also an Ahsoka Tano that is in her mid-40s. Well, Baylan Skoll's in his 50s. So they should be pretty well evenly matched. So take that how you want and bring out of it what you want. To me, it was just for good drama. And it worked. It worked. I mean, I expected to see Ahsoka missing a hand after that maneuver. Now, Ahsoka did give a little bit of a slip up there by not using both of her lightsabers. Maybe she could have taken the battle. But who knows? For drama's sake, she lost. And that's the title of the show, The Fallen Jedi. She fell. And at the end, another spoiler here, we see her in the world between worlds, somewhere she is familiar with. And she runs into none other than her former master, Anakin Skywalker. Now, let's pick that apart for just a second. Anakin Skywalker, as a Force ghost, as we saw him in Return of the Jedi, wore traditional Jedi garb, not the dark colors. The dark colors we see him confronting Ahsoka with now are his Clone Wars robes. Now, that makes me believe that this is actually a vision as she lay in the water. Possibly. I could be wrong. But the difference in the robes, yeah, they had to bring something familiar to her. And what would be familiar to her is Anakin in the darker robes. And I am so freaking glad to see Hayden Christensen, that's how it's pronounced, Christensen, not Christensen, back in Star Wars and back in acting. He got so much hate for what he did in the prequels that it made him stop acting. So I am so glad he's back, and he gets an applause from me. Not just in this, but as his portrayal of the 40-year-old Padawan in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I'm just glad the dude's back. I'm glad his mental health is okay enough for him to return without any kind of PTSD bugging him. Okay, so back to Anakin Skywalker. He's in the darker robes. This is a time that was a dark period in his life when he was about to turn to the dark side, meaning he already had dark side tendencies in him. I know this is a stretch probably, but I see him, the dark side Anakin, trying to tempt Ahsoka Tano to the dark side. Or at least testing her to see if she would easily turn, which we know she wouldn't. She's the embodiment of the light. She is the daughter of the gods of Mortis. So obviously this is a reaction video, and I haven't had a lot of time to process what I just watched, so maybe in my next videos I'll refine it a little bit. These are just spitball ideas right now, so don't take them as fact, and don't take them as, this is what he said is going to happen. It should happen. No, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying that it could be a possibility. There are about 1 million possibilities, I guess. But let's move on to Marrok, and I'll keep this one real short. We were all wrong. We were all wrong about Marrok, including myself. I said he'd be a new character based off of Starkiller. Well, I was halfway right. He is a new character, but he is not based off Starkiller at all. Galen Marrok, forget it. Don't care if your name sounds like Marrok. You're not him. Didn't happen. He is witch magic. And I even thought, what if he is a reincarnate of a certain Night Brother that we all know and love? Maul. Well, I guess that could have been possible, but nope, it's a stretch. Nope, he's just green dust. That's all he is. So, kudos, Dave Filoni. Threw me off. Threw everybody off, really. So, everybody, get rid of your Starkiller thumbnails and all your hopes that it's Starkiller, because it's not. And I don't think he's a decoy either. I know somebody's going to say, well, he's just a decoy. The real one's Starkiller, and he's out there somewhere still. No, as cool of a character as he is, and as upset I am that his character has ended, he is not Starkiller. But we'll see one day. Maybe. Probably not. That's probably the end of him, that I'd say. So, why is Ahsoka Tano back in the world between worlds? She knows that no good could come of tampering with the past or the future. She told that much to Ezra Bridger, and Dave Filoni wrote that as well. So, I don't think she's going to tamper with anything. I think this is more of a vision. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear it. And what do you think about Marrok being really just a pile of green dust? I want to know about that too. And I will make more videos on this episode. There is so much to talk about, and I don't want to take an hour of your time in this video. So just let me know down below what you want me to talk about, and I'll do it. And I am accepting sponsorships from just random people. You don't have to give me anything. You don't have to sell me anything. I don't have to test your product. You don't have to test my product other than watch my videos. Subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. But before I go, here's another really quick word from our sponsors, Darth Paul and Late Night with Jenny Fallon.
If you've made it this far, you're the best there is. If you still haven't subscribed, do it now. Warning, subscribing may not bring forth those who you are attracted to, but your inner peace for doing the right thing will make you sparkle. Not like a Twilight vampire, but more like Zoe Deschanel wearing glitter. If you still haven't subscribed, the $1,000 will be born to you with haste, and they will all become bratty, self-loathing teenagers at the same time.
And this is Gerald, a Star Wars fanatic, signing off, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way, and positivity in the Star Wars community can be the only way. Crap, what does that mean? Positivity in the Star Wars community. Oh, yeah. It just means personal interactions. Personal interactions being positive no matter what you agree on or disagree on. Ah, crap, I did it again. All right, well, if you're still listening, I'm going to go to bed because I am tired. I've been up since 3 a.m. and it is now 10:30 p.m. We'll check all your comments in the morning, and I will respond to as many as I can, but I will read them all.